Hi everyone, Ferry here from Mercy Team. It's been a while since we've been on social media, but we've been pretty busy. Currently out in the mountains doing research monitoring for one of the bird programs in South Africa. Can't say too much yet due to permit restrictions, but in a couple of months we'll be able to release what we've been doing. Thought I'll make a video quickly on what is an African ranger, or what is rangers do in Africa. There's a bit of confusion I've noticed in the last couple of years on the difference between the types of rangers. What does a ranger do? What are you if you're a ranger? So I thought we'll chat a bit about that, and we'll answer some questions down in the comments. So if you have any questions, please feel free to post them, and I'll answer them as quickly as I can. As I said, we're out in the mountains, so reception is pretty spotty. I'll only be able to load this a couple of days when we do a shift rotation again. So basically, rangers in Africa in general can be divided into two sectors. You don't know if you guys can hear that blackback jackal calling. Can be divided into private and public sector, and the similarities between them are quite close. There's not a lot of major differences apart from the employer and a few of their powers of what their status allow them, what that is different, and some of the regulating qualifications that's required for the two different sectors. To make it as simple as possible, rangers can be divided into three kind of job functions or categories, namely security, tourism, research and management. When I talk about management, it's not the day-to-day operational management as in a boss and guys below him. It's more of field management and management of a reserve, to make an ecosystem in a closed area as a reserve to function properly. So that's kind of what I thought would be the easiest to understand, is security, tourism and research and management. So under the security, it's fairly self-explanatory. In the private sector, the security functions on the reserve is anti-poaching, gate security, access control, fence perimeters, area integrity patrols, basically what you would think of an anti-poaching ranger. And on top of that, it can include investigations into theft on the reserve, which will then fall under your security manager, and your anti-poaching and security rangers will then fall under him, and they'll do general security functions on top of the traditional anti-poaching work. Then you get the tourism rangers, and for future reference, I'll kind of refer to them either as field guides or trail guides. It's just a bit less confusing, but everybody knows them as game rangers or field rangers. Sorry, game rangers. It's the more popular term. So if you go out on safari, or you walk in a big 5 area, then you'll be accompanied by a game ranger, basically there for the tourists. And then the last category is the research and management guys, and this is basically ecologists, section rangers, guys assisting veterinarians, so basically anything that develops around the academics and the research of reserve functions and so on. So that's kind of the difference in them, and to make it a bit more simpler, is the qualifications kind of determine in which category you're going to fall, and we'll look at some of the job functions and duties a bit later in this video. So basically on your security side, in the private sector, you have to be registered with what's called CIRA, your private security regulating authority, industry regulating authority. This governs all security functions in the country. So if you're an anti-poaching ranger, you have to be registered with them as a security official, a minimum of a grade C. Now that's currently changing. They're bringing in skills programs, but I'm not going to get too technical on that. Basically, all your firearms and tactical instructions, and then what kind of pushes you into this bracket is your advanced field ranger training or your environmental guardianship training, which will kind of set you apart as an anti-poaching ranger. The tourism guys, they basically have got your FOGAS, your field guides of Southern Africa or South Africa, or your Department of Environmental Affairs and Tourism approved courses. These courses range from 28, well, I think that changed now to 60 days to 1 year, to your full-blown diplomas and degrees, and they basically just there to provide a tourism function. And then your research and management guys, they typically got tertiary qualifications, appropriate tertiary qualifications, national diploma in conservation, ecology, biology, any one of the natural sciences diplomas or degrees will kind of push them into this bracket. It's quite important to understand that it's very seldom that you will only fall into one field. Very often you'll kind of cover either all 3 fields or 2 out of the 3 fields, because that's kind of what you do. Yeah, so if you made it this far into the video, well done. It gives you a broad outline of what you would need, what's the differences in the ranges, and what kind of you would need, a vague idea what you would need to become a ranger in Southern Africa or South Africa specifically, as things will change in the different countries. But yeah guys, if there's any questions, please comment below, and let me know what you think. If you've got any questions, any suggestions for future videos, please do so. Guys, please like and subscribe, enjoy the wilderness and be safe.